Hi, Dad. For so long, I have longed to have this moment, a tete-a-tete moment with you where I'll just come and be myself, be vulnerable to you, express myself to you, my fears, my failures, a few of my successes as well, but just be raw with you about what I am going through, the struggles I am facing, and how I wish this would have been able to come before I became a father. But it is what it is, right? You see, growing up, Dad, I idolized you. I used to look at you and be mesmerized. Your strength, your voice, your authority, your presence, Dad. In fact, I would look even at your sideburns and wonder, man, he can even grow hair on his face. I was mesmerized. Going to school, I will speak about you every other day. I will compete with my other pupils just to be able to show whose father is greater than who. I spoke of things I never knew, never saw, but I believed when it came to you, Dad. You are the best of the best. When it came to strength, nobody was stronger than you. When it came to riches, no one was richer than you. When it came to anything anyone would have wanted to imagine, Dad, no one could beat you in my perspective. And so I built up anxiety, and everybody wanted to see my dad, the strongest of them all. And Dad, I can be loud, so I used to drown their father's ideas. I used to make sure everybody feels I got this, My dad is the guy, and every time they wanted to see this superhero of mine. Fun days came. Dad didn't show up, Prayer days came, and Dad didn't show up, And every other meeting and every other time, and as things progressed, all of a sudden, I became a bluff. And they began taunting me. Where is this dad? In fact, do you even have a dad? Their weak fathers in comparison to my superhero were available. They would come, we would see them, they would play, and I would admire. And all of a sudden, I began developing anger in me, Dad. I was angry at them, but more angry at you. The great things you provided, the mansion we live in, all the toys and gadgets, Dad, they diminished in value because I wanted something more. I needed your presence. I needed to find you. I needed to feel you. I needed to experience you. And when this wasn't coming, I developed a strategy of survival. I decided to numb my feelings, Dad. I became something else. I didn't want to feel pain, so it didn't matter when you left for a week, a month, a year. I didn't care much. If you leave or not, it didn't make any sense to me because I had developed a way to safeguard my heart from the pain. Every time I had to look for you and you are not there, I had to tell myself, you have to survive as though he does not exist. Dad, this was painful for me. This was hard for me. And then came my moment of testing, Dad. And Charlie. Dad, I met Charlie. She was so beautiful, Dad. Her eyes were magnetic. She would look at you and you have to pay attention. Her smile warmed my heart. Her white milky teeth, well arranged, safeguarded every word that proceeded from her tongue. Dad, there was nothing she could say that wasn't music to my ears. Her lips dripped with honey. Don't ask me how I know it's honey, because if you know, then you know, Dad. Her breasts, they were coconuts, firm and succulent. Dad, she had a flat belly with a bull ring on her belly button. Her waist, Dad, I could hold it on the palm of my hand. Her hips, she was like the wings of a Boeing 737 ready to take any man on any flight without a return ticket. Dad, her legs were long. And did I say about her bum? Oh boy, you could treat global warming with it, you know. Whenever she walked in and I saw it, you'll get hot. She was pretty. Her hair, Dad, it was shaped from a stallion and placed on her head gracefully. And when she asked me if she could come home, I said, why not? For once, Dad, for once I was glad you're an absent father and Mom was busy doing her masters, because now we had the home all to ourselves, just me and Charlie. She touched, I twitched. She stripped, I flipped. And then it was flip, flop, flapper, flippy. And before we discovered it, we had done it. It was on Friday. Then it became every other Friday. Then it was every other day. And I was excited about this, Dad, until the day she came and broke the news that I was going to become a father. What did she expect of me? I told her what I only knew to say, the only thing that came to my mind. I told her what I regret, but yeah, I did tell her. I told her to get rid of it, terminate it, abort it. I don't care. I cannot be a father. Oh boy. Yeah. Harsh, but yeah, it's true. I told her to do it. Unfortunately, she didn't listen. And so there came Jaden, and all of a sudden a child became a father. And I was wondering, how can I take care of this child? And Dad, you did you know. You came up with a solution. We can put up some money and you go ahead and do your schooling. Let her take care of the child. Let her go back to her parents. Let everybody survive, you know. And there I was, my child growing up with everything they need because my father is able to sort, and my girlfriend, the mother, is left there alone with the kid. The whole cycle was playing again. And here was Jaden, and one day in my final year in campus, I look at a Facebook post and oops, Jaden is in school. He's just joined school, and I'm thinking, all right, so what happens when they have that moment when other kids are talking about their fathers? What will my Jaden say? And I had a light bulb moment. I approached Charlie and she agreed that if we get a job, we'll live together. And yes, indeed, I got something, and she moved in and we began life. We just began life. And all of a sudden, the pressure was immense. And I was asking myself, how did my dad handle this? All the bills you have to pay, the needs that the child has and the needs that she has. She wants to go to school. She wants this and the other. There's pressure. All of a sudden, I don't know what to do. And I'm chasing after the extra dollar, the extra cheddar. And here I am at work trying to figure out, what do I need to do? Every opportunity to go the extra mile to get the extra shilling, I was open to it. And so when opportunities for trips to come, I jumped on them because, you know, the per diem could make you survive for months. And I took one trip and the other and another. And the reality is, with time, it stopped being about the work, but about things that I was also running away from. That I didn't know how do I face the reality that the coconut breasts that my wife had are now as floppy as a pair of socks hung on a line. Lord, the flat tummy she had was now full of bumps here and there, having given birth to 2 kids. And she did not have that aura that I saw her with several years ago. And I was wondering, how do you handle her? And all of a sudden, the sweet words that proceeded from her lips became nagging ringtones in my head. And that I didn't know what to do. And here I was running away from the reality that I have conflicts to fix and I don't know what to do. I just wish that we could have moments where we just sit and get direction and instruction what to do. Because that's so hard to ask. Now that I am a father, I realize what you are facing, but I wish we could have had a different direction out of all this. And if there's anything I would wish, Dad, I would want to change the narrative for my son, Jaden. I want to change the narrative for my wife, who is now going through the things I hated seeing my own mother go through. But I don't know where to start. This Father's Day, I was thinking, what will make it different? And I realized I need to have a talk with my dad. I just need to be real with my dad. Dad, just come home, Dad. Let's talk.